Will this temple be a forest of trouble, or will this be a walk in the park? Let's find out. Go! Oh, wrong thing. Must have gone into my hover boots there at some point when I was doing something. Alright, here we go. Now that we've got the strength upgrade, we can finally push those blocks in the maze room. And from there, we'll be able to find, hopefully, a good number of treasure chests. I know that I'm still going to be finding a whole heap of small keys, so I do have to check a few chests every once in a while. I do remember that there was one small key hiding in the floor master room, so I'm going to have to make some headway over there first. Although with the bow in my possession already, I can kind of sequence break things a little bit. We'll get to that part once I take care of all of these pushing blocks. The slowest part of this temple, despite the fact that the block pushing speed is much faster. Alright, do a little loop over here. One chest, here we go. Small key? Small key it is. Number 2. Alright, take a block. There we go. Yes. It is this way. Good. Thank goodness these blocks stay in position, because otherwise, I'd hate to think that every time coming into this forest temple, you'd have to re-push the blocks. Up we go. Then we'll get to the twisty corridors. Or at least the first of them. Alright, so thanks to having the bow right off the bat, I always try to untwist the corridor, because there's a section of this that you have to go to that takes you to some more endgame oriented parts of the temple. So I take care of those first, and then it leads me back here so I can retwist the corridor and make natural progression into the temple. Alright, and we get a small key. So maybe the temple is going to make me do this in the first place. Alright, I want... Actually, I could show something funny here. These bubbles here really like bombs. It's a little cool trick I learned a long time ago. You just happen to have your bombs out. Free stick! Alright, this should be the floor master room. So I will be getting a small key in here. Oh man, I'm so glad that I'm getting better at doing quick spins. Back in the day, the N64 controllers that I used to have, I actually still have my original N64 controllers. And I'd say they still work to a degree. But I always struggled with doing quick spins. Maybe it's just like the amount of time I took from doing a rotation was always an issue. Or maybe the dead zones on the stick just made it harder for the game to process that, oh, I am actually doing a quick spin. I don't know. But it did make doing quick spins a little bit more difficult. So I very rarely worked them into my repertoire of attacks. But now that I've got a much better controller that I'm actually using right now, it does a lot better job at recognizing that I'm doing a quick spin. And plus, I've actually just gotten used to doing them in general, controller or otherwise. Alright, so now we got this retwisted. And now I can continue through the dungeon on its intended path. And considering that I now have 4 of the dungeon's 5 small keys, any other chest I come across should be a reward of some sort. Now, another part of this temple being done slightly out of order. I have the bow, so now I can deal with the Poe sisters in the order I see them. Like that. Alright. No. You do not get to go invisible. Deku Nuts. One of the best items in the game. Yeah, I don't know if it was my hoarding nature of consumable items in a game, but I very rarely used Deku Nuts after their initial introduction, because like you had oh, that was close. You had all your other cooler items, and you were just like, oh, why would I use these other items when or like a Deku Nut, when I could just, you know, kill the enemy? And then later in life, you realize, oh, hey, if you stun them, it makes them easier to kill. Like these Stalfos, for instance. I'm definitely having to make use of this, considering I am still only at 6 hearts, despite how long I have been playing this. Aha! Alright, no dice on that one. That works. Ah, yes. The Stalfos of gigantic leg. Only because... oh, wow, I actually landed on the chest. For some reason, this room here, this is the only fight with Stalfos in this game where the partner Stalfos can resurrect. Like, if you are unable to kill the one Stalfos quick enough, the partner will respawn. It's the only fight in the game that'll do that. But the main problem with the game, as you notice, giant lag spike. That's because the game has suddenly created like 15 new appendages that have to be separate from each other, that exist on the ground. And the speed at which they're all produced creates a giant amount of lag. There you go. Another post sister taken care of. Now we've had 2 rupee chests appear. And 1 more chest with a small key in here somewhere. And that's the small key. There we go. So, I now have every small key of the temple. I can access every room. But still no sign of any further important items. Alright, so now we have to get through this spot here to do one final puzzle, which will twist this corridor. Now, cool thing with this particular spot here, by virtue of having the fire arrows already, I don't have to do that puzzle. I can melt the ice like this! Oop. Don't walk too far forward, I still have to get back to this room. So we will go to the falling ceiling room now. 1 chest in there. I don't have to go to the side area over there, because that'll take me outside to the 1 courtyard area. Do that. The roof do its business. Could you imagine how cruel this puzzle would be if the roof above the switch was actually solid and would crush you? Oh, Razor Sword! So that means the final progressive sword for Majora Link is the Midnight Meeting. Neat. So if I want the Gilded Sword, I'd have to make use of that Cafe Mask, which I totally could. Now the problem is, I don't have to do that. Getting the Gilded Sword is always fun. Like, the Gilded Sword is my favorite sword in Majora's Mask. Probably one of my favorite swords in all Zelda media. But in truth, it's not necessary to beat the game. It's just a good sword. A good one-handed sword that lets you also use a shield. Alright, that's one. That's two. And that's three. We're making some really good headway through here. Where are those arrows there? I've still only found the one bow for this game, so I wonder where the other two ended up. If the game... Like, here's another thing with the beatable logic, too. If I need a bow to beat the game will make sure that at least one bow can be found within the logic of the game in order for me to actually beat the game. But that's all the game has to give me, is that one bow to give me access to a bow. This is actually a lot faster. I like this. The other two bows could appear in areas that I cannot access, which means I'd be locked out of them for the entirety of the game. Or they can be in... I'm not sure they could go in junk areas, if that's how it gets worded. But, technically speaking, other than the one bow I absolutely need, the other two can just appear wherever. So you never know just how lucky you are if you find the one. Oh my goodness, that was fast. Okay, so I don't have to get the Skulltula, Gold Skulltula here now, because I am at the 30 that I require. But there is one chest in here I believe I can get. So then we'll go to this. Which is... That is the chest. Maybe two chests in here. Oops, you're supposed to go over there, Navi. Anything good, please. Zelda's Lullaby! Alright, we finally got a very good song to add to our repertoire. We can finally go places. And that means I can also do Shadow Temple. Excellent. I can go back to Shadow Temple after this. I can beat Shadow Temple. I'll already be 4 medallions in of the 6 that I need, which is really good. Now, I still have to do some medallion work in Majora in order... There we go. In order to do further things in this game. So there will be some work in Majora's Mask coming up here soon. But, I mean, the last temple I need to beat in this game afterwards will just be the Spirit Temple, and that's it. That's Shadow, that's the good one. Oh, I missed. Yeah, if you're ever wondering which one's the real one, between the two of them, one of them will be a little bit darker. Or at least, like, a little bit paler. And that's one on my left. That is that pale? That's the pail over there. Ouch. She got me on that one. Good thing I still have milk in a fairy. I swear, I have drank way more milk during this playthrough than I think I have in ever playing this game. Like, I actually have so little health I have to care about it for the sake of not losing progression. Oh, yes. kind of need to be careful about this. Oh, there we go. Bigeron Sword is always so good. And that was kind of the big benefit of how I used to play this, or maybe kind of still how I play this, in regular Ocarina. Trying to get the Bigeron Sword before... Oh, a note. I like this note. I'll get to the story in a second. Majora's Mask Song of Storms. That still helps. And then here we go with the Shadow Medallion. Excellent. Okay, so we did get some good things out of the Forest Temple. What was I gonna do? I don't have Prelude. I can get the Shadow Temple done then. Anyways, back to my story. When playing Ocarina, when I got good enough at the game, I would try to get the Bigeron Sword before I even stepped foot in the Forest Temple. It does require a lot of knowledge and getting Epona, so... like, unless you know how to backwalk really quickly through Hyrule Field. Which I'm fairly certain can be the case. But getting Epona helps. But getting through all of that before I've even stepped foot in the Forest Temple, giving me a sword that is twice as strong as the Master Sword, really does help speed through some of the more challenging bosses. Alright, down we go. Now because I have moved the block, we have the shortcut. Oh yeah, how many keys do I have for... trying to remember what's the option that would help me figure this out. Maybe not. I'll figure this out. I'm gonna do all the treasure checks anyway, just to figure out what I need to do for the rest, because I think I need at least one more small key to get through a door. Maybe I forgot to mark something. I am very good at forgetting to mark things, in case people haven't noticed. Here we go, on the boat. Yes, that Gold Skulltula can live. Now, I would definitely like to find a few more arrows before I step foot into a Bongo Bongo fight. Now, I know how to skip these Stalfos fights here with a funny little stunt. But I'm in a let's fight the mood, so we'll keep going for now. There we go. That was quick. So we're actually just about to here. Yes, snazzy Pegasus boots. Here we go. Makes things a lot quicker. Did you land? You did. Good. Oh, Navi, what do you want to say? the princess ain't in this castle, we can say that much. Alright, we got a few things to go through here. I am going to need Din's Fire, and I'm going to need the lens, just to make sure I know where I'm going. No, we are not going to fight. No need to fight. I just want to burn! More magic's always good. So I need at least one more small key to appear, and that is it. Okay, I did forget to mark one. Okay. See, I knew I forgot to mark something. I don't even have to worry about that re-dead. If they're in I'm going to feast on my friend mode, I will gladly take more health in this situation. Thank you. Alright, let's just keep up the rotation here. We'll go to another room real quick. Check its surroundings. Ah, yes. The rotating pots. There's one gold skulltula on the wall over there. Again, don't have to worry about it. But... Ooh, I'm actually running a little low on bombs here. I should try not to waste them. Oh, that's all of them. Good. Oh, is that one just... Oh, I keep forgetting this one's just the rupees. I'll gladly take the arrows, but I keep forgetting this one is literally just rupees. It's the first one that's got the important thing. Oops. And then here I go, just wasting another bomb. Let's reprieve that. Sure. There we go. Oops. Ow. Alright. One fight here with a visible Wallmaster. Got him. Good. Like, my usual trick for dealing with floor masters is to Din's Fire after I've beaten the big one. Like, that's one way to really get them. But the downside to that is, depending on when you start the animation for Din's Fire, the hands actually still get a small chance to move. So they might actually get out of your Din's Fire range if you missed. Alright. So that is a full clear on the Shadow Temple, which is excellent. Just in case. Oops. Sometimes I get a double input. Actually, not just sometimes, a lot of times. Boom. Alright, Bongo Bongo. It's been a while. Let's see if I can still keep a beat. Which way are you moving here? That's one. That's two. And that's how ya quick kill Bongo Bongo. And now the Forest Medallion will be in my possession. Jeez, I had one boss remain from Majora since the beginning of this, and I have now only added 4 medallions and a Sacred Stone. I really do need to get some work done in Majora. Which might very well be coming up here in just a bit. I'll do some Zelda's Lullaby related things now that I've got the song. And, actually, now that I have Zelda's Lullaby, that is access to Zora's Domain and Zora's Fountain as an adult, which means the Ice Cavern is now live. Oops. I'll just hit every button randomly here, don't mind me. I could do stuff in the bottom of the well as a kid. There's visiting Darunia, which I'm 99% certain that that is the location of the hookshot that is in Goron City. Unless I'm, like, horribly mistaken on something, which I am known for being. Do this. Much quicker way to get this little chest. Hard piece for Majora. I'm definitely going to be quite loaded on health. I'd be surprised if I had a second row of hearts, but it's really looking like I could have a second row of hearts. Alright. Quick little side hoppery through this room. The Goron Lullaby! Look at that! We have the full lullaby now, which means we can do everything that the Goron lullaby can normally do, which means opening up Snowhead Temple. Yes! Okay. That's a lot of work we can do in Majora now. That's perfect. So we definitely needed to get that Zelda's Lullaby, not just for the Shadow Temple, but for a lot of other things too. So I am going to make my way to Goron City here. Just to get whatever Darunia could be holding as I'm a kid. Alright. Oh, it turned it to nighttime. Must have been because of the Sun Song thing. I'm not normally used to that in randomizers. Speaking of, I don't even have the Sun Song to do the Sun Song check. Oh, and fairies. Fairies have now become a possibility. Yeah, now that Zelda's Lullaby is in my possession, I do need to check all these Zelda's Lullaby related things. So I am going to make a pit stop up Death Mountain to check the Great Fairies that's in Death Mountain Crater and the one that's nearby, because I have the Megaton Hammer. We will get that checked. When I do, and I think I will have to make a pit stop to Zora's Fountain at some point. Because it's only... I mean, it's probably better not to check my notes during all this here. But yeah, Goron City had the hook shot. What had... Yeah, there was a strength upgrade in Zora's Fountain, which I definitely need in order to do Spirit Temple. I have to have a silver gauntlet somewhere. So I'm going to have to make it a pit stop priority to do that work. If I can get up there. It's probably actually faster if I go into the city. So we will do just that. Alright, down we go. And there is friend Link the Goron, who gave me the Song of Soaring. A good friend, this randomizer. Okay. So, with the Megaton Hammer... Get in here. Oops. Right. Because I have not put any damage into the crouch stab since I last swung something, there was no properties and no damage. I could hit something all day with that and nothing would work. Milk! Even the fairies want me to drink my milk. Okay, then we'll just make the jump. Thank goodness I got the Goron tunic. And there's just a blue rupee over there, so I don't even have to bother with any magic bean related stuff. But I haven't even found the magic beans, so I can't even do anything with it even if I wanted to. Alright, bombs. I definitely need more bombs. Find a good grass patch somewhere. Try to reload on bombs. Or maybe I'll just find a bomb bag. There's always that possibility. And this fairy grants a fish. Now that's, yes, I had a half milk bottle, so I don't have to worry about that fish. Alright, next best play would be... I do have to go to Zora's Fountain as a kid. Or, not as a kid, as an adult to do all the things. Haha. So I'm might make Zora's Fountain a priority for now. I don't have Zora Tunic. I'd have to do Beaver Race to get the only known one that I know in the item pool. But I have enough health that I can feasibly survive in water long enough to do some work. And I can also explore the ice cavern just to see if I can't get a little extra in the inventory slots. Because the more I can get for Majora, the longer my exploration in Majora's Mask can be. Alright, morning o'clock. Like that. And I know that King Zora will not grant me anything, so I don't have to unthaw the king. Although, if I want to, I do have my blue fire arrows. Mweep. There we go. Now I feel better. And that is also the power of the blue fire arrows. But that's like such a really creative thing. You didn't have to change any textures of the item. You just had to change the properties of to blue fire as opposed to ice. Okay, that's a heart container. Alright, this should give me 48 seconds of air. If I do that, I might be able to delay the timer a little bit. Little tricks. Yeah, you get a reprieve for a little bit before. I'm getting some deja vu here, but at least I know these are silver gauntlets. Oh, that brought back some memories. There was a randomizer I did. I think it was my Master Quest one, where I was having such a string of bad luck with, ice traps and bad information that I didn't want to hear. And I was here in Zora's Fountain, where what ended up happening was I was going under the water, and I was looking desperately for the gold gauntlets. And I happened to see that one of the items down there was, in fact, a gauntlet. So I went and got it, and lo and behold, that gauntlet was an ice trap. And I felt like the game had physically gut-punched me with that one. So I was, rightfully miffed. And then, to compound that, afterwards, I found normal setting that I have in the game is the compass is an item that has its usual properties, but the compass will actually tell me what stone or medallion is in the temple in question. And I had, at that point, found every compass in the game but 2. Maybe there was one other, sub-area compass that I missed, but there were 2 main dungeons that I did not know their stone or medallion. And I was at the tail end of the game. I needed only 1 further medallion to win. And it was either in the Shadow Temple or the Forest Temple. I had done a little work in each, but I was more willing to do Shadow Temple than Forest Temple. I think, now that I'm thinking about this, it was the Master Quest variant, because there was a puzzle I had gotten stuck on in the Forest Temple because it was the Master Quest variant, and I didn't want to try to solve the puzzle. So I was more willing to do Shadow Temple in that case. And when I picked up the compass and it said that the forest temple had the medallion, I was even more jokingly upset than I was at that moment. And having to accept that I was going to have to try to figure out the puzzle that they were trying to make me do for the forest temple. Now, funnily enough, I did have to go into the Shadow Temple to get one of the key items of the game. That being the... it was, funnily enough, it was a strength upgrade, I think. Either that or a wallet, but I needed something progressive. That I definitely needed in order to get further into the game. So, I had to step into the Forest Temple as far as I did to get the item. But I didn't have to beat the Shadow Temple, and I had to beat the Forest Temple. So I was in such a state during that game where I was like, did this game just physically hurt me? With, like, in the span of 10 seconds. Or maybe not 10 seconds, I'm a bad judge of time. In the span of about a minute, the game had gut punched me twice in such a painful fashion. Painfully hilarious, I'll even add, but painful fashion. That I'm starting to think that, yes, a non-physical media can inflict physical pain. Alright, now this is the other benefit of the blue fire arrows. I don't have to carry blue fire in a bottle. I'll just carry more bomb juice. Yeah, I don't know how fruitful this place will be, but I know there are no small keys. So maybe there's at least something hiding here. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'll just do whatever I can. That was supposed to work. There we go. Alright, this one will be fine. This one is... Oh! If that's bombs for Ocarina, I kind of want that. And it is bombs for Ocarina. Nice. And that is arrows for Ocarina. So I just got a nice inventory restock. Don't have to bother with the main blue flame. Ow! Get me out of here. Alright. To the main route. And once I get through this little area, which will be... Ow. Which will be quite frosty. Take care of these ice keys now, and might not bother me so much. Like that. Yeah, I'll get the one silver rupee that's over there. And a few other things too. Or I'll attempt to. I'll just hop up here. Love these blue fire arrows. Now here's whilst I'm pushing this block, here's a fun piece of trivia. If you are playing this as a dungeon entrance randomizer, so like any dungeon in the game can be in any of the dungeon entrances areas, that's when you'll learn that Child Link can actually do a fair majority of the ice cavern and even reach the final room. I mean, of course, you still have to have your appropriate items, but given the right circumstances, young Link can reach the White Wolfos room in the back. And one other fun thing I learned is that when young Link is pushing this ice block, if you hold the grab button, young Link can actually hold onto the ice block and slide with the ice block. It is absolutely hilarious. Alright. Through these last little freezers. There we go. And now final room. So we'll get a chest and a song, technically. Such an easy mini-boss. Like, I know that if you don't know the weaknesses to Wolfos, it could take you a hot minute. But considering one slash on the tail is all it takes to take them out. That is the Majora's Mask bunny hood. Alright. I accept. And we get a bullet bag. Okay. That's the largest. Apparently I'm at 50 then. I must have missed... Once again, I'm... Pardon me there. Must have missed marking the 40. So once again, I missed marking things. Alright, that takes care of that. I'm try to leave fire and water to themselves. Hopefully nothing important's in them. I'll go do my few things that I can do as Child Link. Would I like to save? Yes. Now return me to spawn, because I don't think I have to do otherwise. I'll get something for my forest medallion troubles. Once I walk into here, this is what Sheik would give with the forest medallion. I think? Yes. The Gerudo card. Now, I don't... No, oh yeah, I haven't even been marking my wallets. Oh my goodness. I have at least adult there. I'll factor that in later. Yeah, I've not really been marking my my wallets or my hover boots. Oh my goodness. Is there anything else I'm missing? I'm fairly certain I've been pretty good at my trade items. Okay, that's kind of hilarious. To get back onto point, I don't really need the membership card so much because things up in Gerudo Fortress area are kind of foolish. I am kind of certain at this point that the only way I'm getting to the Desert Colossus is with Requiem of Spirit. Now, it's Georg's remains that are on Snowhead. I would have to do Great Bay Temple in order to get the water medallion, which will give me access to the Ravaged Village. Or I think it's the 3 medallions, or at least fire and water. I might have to double check that at some point. Alright, we will blow this up. Now, I was told that the mirror shield was in Hyrule Castle. I don't know if that's this or inside the castle. We're about to find out. It is, in fact, the mirror shield outside the castle. Excellent. So we got that factored in. And I should maybe mark it before I forget. Alright. Well, that's actually like a full row of things up there. I'm thoroughly pleased. Alright. Yeah, guards, go ahead, catch me. It's faster this way. Alright. We are going to go to Goron City. Or should I do a little work in the well? Don't leave any stone unturned. I guess I'll go to the well. Like, that way I can at least say that I have, in fact, done everything in the well, and all I need to do is just Zelda's Lullaby the water level down, and do a little work otherwise. So we'll make our way up to the well. And then I'll go visit Darunia. And then from that point, I think that'll be everything I can do in Ocarina. Because yeah, I have to get Requiem to get to the desert. And I'm fairly certain the long shot is on Darunia in Goron City. So I have to do a little bit of... I have to get to Majora. I have to do the Water Temple. Or the Great Bay Temple. That'll work. So I'm going to need the hook shot. I'm going to need the ice arrows, actually. I haven't found the ice arrows yet. Wonder where they are. Oh, yes. I forgot. I don't have... oh, there we go. I can go straight under. Okay, so yeah, I've done every chest here that is surface level appropriate. And inside those locked doors there are Gold Skull Toolless only, so I can skip those. So it's just a few of the side areas here for their treasures. There we go, nice and speedy. Oops, wrong spot. I forgot that that one was right next to the sign. Yeah, we'll just do this. Silver Rupee Puzzle of Annoyance, because I think this Silver Rupee Puzzle resets every time you leave this section. It's a little bit of a punishment for falling down. And then we just leave out this one, which is fine. There we go. This one is, yes, the Gipto room. And a chest. To the other small key. 2 for the bottom of the well, I think. Maybe a bit of an alignment issue here on the tracker. Is this one 3? Yes. There's 3 keys to the bottom of the well. Alright, now if I'm right, I can do a little camera clip. Oops. Oh! Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start! Okay. Underside red note. Is that an ice trap? Or is that... No, that wouldn't be the Bolero of Fire. Oh... I think I have to test this. I want to say that is an ice trap. Good, I was far enough to only do the one. Because I can't think of any other thing that would be a red note. I can think of another thing that will be me seeing red if these keys keep hitting me. Oh, nope, that's a note there because that is the Bolero of Fire! Okay, I didn't see the second tip of the music note there, so that was my confusion. Alright, quick access back to Death Mountain. Oh, that's right, I can't really use this as Child Link because the bridge is non-functional. Okay, then, yes, I've been to that spot there. There's that. So we have to go into here, and then there's the Dead Hand fight. There are 2 chests there, so that'll work. Alright, Lens and Deku Nuts will help me out here. So good! Really, I slept on Deku Nuts like crazy as a kid. Oops, that don't work. That helps. That gets me my bombs back. Aha, get me out of here. And just to avoid having to go back to the basement, I will take this the regular way out. Fun question for anyone who's played Ocarina of Time. Were you ever scared of likes? Like, were they just unsettling, unnerving, didn't want to be around them? What was your take on them? Because of them being just big, squirmy, slimy worm creatures. I'll be honest, I never wanted to be in any room with a like, because I struggled quite a bit to beat them in the first place. I hated the fact they could take your things, and like, they were just unsettling to be around. I can safely say I never liked them. Thankfully, I'm a little better around them as an adult, but that fear still exists. Alright, before I tackle Dead Hand here, I think... Where's that? There. One of the last small chests I ever learned was Thing. That's a piece of heart. Ooh, where? Oh, there you are. Hehe. For anyone who's never played Master Quest, this is a skill you have to learn when facing Dead Hand at some point. Bringing Dead Hand out of your own accord. Because Dead Hand will be somewhere on this field. Getting caught in the hands is what can summon Dead Hand. But if you can knock Dead Hand out of the hiding spot, you can quick trigger. Oh, nice. Oh, and I even ended up with a broken Deku Stick, too. Oh, are you trapped? Well, we'll do that. I suppose that works. But I did get a hit on Dead Hand. And you are in the same spot again. So this is kind of fun, actually. I don't normally play this fight using the let's bring out Dead Hand automatically method. Or manually bring out Dead Hand, I should say. Automatically is the hands. Excellent. Alright, final thing of the well is... just rupees. Alright. We will do a... spawn... to the dungeon entrance. There we go. Saves quite a bit of time. Alright, to Death Mountain and talking to Darunia. We'll see if that's the hook shot. If not, I do have to refactor in any items I might have missed, which I want to say I did get everything. But, we'll see. I just need to see that hook shot. No, I'm not talking to you. Keep doing your construction. Stop lazing about. Here we go, up the trail. And then, I feel like we can go to Majora. Because we've certainly gotten a lot of things into our inventory. I could very easily get some temples in Majora done quite thoroughly. There we go. Hey, Darunia, open up. I can see the big Goron up there rolling. Frozen in spot. If that's been a thing in regular Zelda gameplay, that is the first time I've ever noticed that or had that timing. That was funny. There we go. We did, in fact, get the long shot. There we go. Let me just mark my thing there. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so returning my spawn point would return me to Kokiri. I could probably backwalk it fast enough. Return me to my home. Yeah, definitely not having the Prelude of Light does make this a little bit more challenging. Now maybe, what I will do... I'll go visit the, oh yeah, we're just about to hit sunset. There's no way I'm going to make it to market in time. Might as well make a brief diversion here. I am going to go talk to the frogs. I do have Zelda's Lullaby. Might as well. Thankfully, I don't have to do too much. Just hop on over here, thank goodness. Need to take me away, current. Oops. Do that. There we go. Now that I think aloud here, I think there was something I might have missed in Zora's Domain. I don't know why, but I think if I'm remembering the events that I did, I can't recall if I ever went and got the diving game reward. Which, I'm just gonna see if I did or did not get that, Who is that? Ah, what do you know? Maybe either I played Zelda's Lullaby or it's just automatically by default? I don't know. But I got an earworm that says I didn't get that reward. I'm gonna go check just to be sure. I mean, it's been 7.5 hours. I don't recall. Yeah, I don't think I remember talking to this Zora, and because normally what happens is when you do the dive game, you get that camera angle, and then when you come up to talk to that Zora, the camera angle goes downward as you look up to the Zora, and it always seems to go into the it always goes into the water. I don't remember that happening. So I'm gonna get this earworm taken care of here just to be sure. And actually, now that I think about it, if I didn't do the game, that text box would have been different. I did not do this. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I thought something was up, because that would have been a bit of a faux pas on my part, because I know I did the game, but I guess I didn't come and talk to the Zora up here. Wow. You're kidding me! Oh, wow. Out of all the earworms I've ever had in my life, I'm glad this is that's probably the best one I've ever had. Oh my goodness. Get marked. I'm just gonna dive out of here. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think I need a break at this point. Let me get back onto solid land here for a second. Oh my goodness, that was so much work that got done. Okay, you know what? We're pausing right here. I'm taking my break now. I'm probably gonna have to talk more of this, out of my system afterwards, but oh my goodness. For me to have forgotten that for being such a really good item. That's funny. And that hurts. Hey, remember me talking about how games can physically hurt you? I feel like that came pretty dang close. But now we've got the Elemental Arrow package for Majora. And that means there's a lot of things that I can hopefully do. I still need to find a hookshot. So maybe on next episode, when I go to take care of Snowhead, I'll find me a hookshot? Question mark? Oh boy, this game's really getting to me. I'm having a blast, don't get me wrong, but this game is really getting to me. So I'm going to take my break now, and on the next episode, we'll get back to the action. So I hope you will join me on the next episode. So until then, thank you very much for watching today. Take care, stay safe, don't forget your ice arrows, and have a good day.